In this series, we'll start with the basics and work our way up, exploring each era of the game, opening packs, building decks, and dueling with classic and modern cards. Whether you're a seasoned pro or just starting out, this series is for you. So stick around because the heart of the cards are calling, and together we will become true duelists. Welcome to the Garbage Lords Progression Series. Well, that's kind of what I expected. I kind of expected to get steamrolled by Six Sam's last episode. We almost had it. Let's be fair. Like I talked with Zach for a little while at the end of that game, and it's like if I was able to stick the Gozen on anything better than what I had to in game one, I probably had that. If I was able to stick the Gozen in game three, that might have been a different story. But the second he knew about Gozen, he was able to hold the Xian negate, and it was just kind of over for us. But anyways, let's talk about today's opening: Extreme Victory and Hidden Arsenal for Trishula's Triumph. So, Trishula's Triumph, while a very impactful set, actually isn't all that strong. I mean, look at it. So, in the Secret, sure, we have Trishula. We have Fabled Unicorn, but it requires us to play Fables, which I wouldn't mind playing Fables if we just had a slightly better Fable pool. Fable Kudabi is yet again another like bad Fable monster. Cerberus is a decent card. I mean, it's played in Tri-Brigades later on. Naturia Landois is one that I don't think was ever played. Yeah, I don't think it was ever played. We get some more Dragoonies. We get Exterio, which is like crazy, but it's so hard to make. I think it's only playable when we get exactly Waking the Dragon. More Ice Barriers that don't matter. In the super rare slot, so essentially the commons, Katsith and Chiwa are like fine cards. They're not insane, but they're fine. Katsith specifically is used for Mystic Piper decks, which we will talk about in a bit when we get to there. The only real good card I see in the super rares is exactly Gen X Allied Birdman. This card is insane, especially if you get a non-once per turn special. And it does actually lead to some FTKs, interestingly enough. That's why it was on the list at 1 for a very long time. We get some more Dragoonies, good ones in Corseska and Partisan. But then the rest of it is whatever. I mean, yeah, like we get some more Dragoonies. I mean, Mantis is like an interesting card for Naturius, but that's about it. So let's move on to Extreme Victory. So this set is really strong in constructed. It's really bad in sealed. So let's talk about this. So Secret Rares, Blue Rose Dragon's an interesting card for the Rose Dragon strategy, but that's nowhere near fleshed out until like mid 2020, something like that. I don't know why anyone would ever play this. Actually, it's even longer. I believe it is like Burst of Destiny format where we get like Basil Rose Shoot and stuff like that. So I don't see why anyone would play this. Mystic Piper is a cool card. Tribute this card, draw, reveal it. If that card's level 1, draw another card. It kind of has this weird kind of like level 1 synergy deck, but it's pretty difficult to do. It's the crux of a deck called Chaos Piper, which you really need multiple Piper to make work, so we hope we don't pull this. The only secret rare that we want is Tour Guide from the Underworld, which is a great card, don't get me wrong, but it is useless until we get to the next episode in which we pull XEs, and then we still have to get a a rank 3 XEs monster. The rest of the secret rares might be decent for their respective archetypes, but I'm not even going to bother reading them. There's no point. In the super rare slot, so we have some interesting cards. The biggest one that everyone's going to see is Reborn Tengu. This card is completely useless in a sealed format because if you pull one, you have to pull a second for it to matter. Most of the time that doesn't happen, so a lot of the times you're just going to be pulling this one and it's going to be a dead hollow, so unfortunate. Zach does get more good Six Samurai cards, which kind of sucks, but hopefully he won't pull too many of the good ones, but unfortunately one's a common and we'll see it in a bit. Debunk is a good card, but again, at a super rare, we can't really reliably get it. Karakuri Cash Shed is, like, again, an interesting counter trap, but not really something that's amazing. The best super rare is probably Safe Zone, unironically. If you guys have never read this card, I encourage you to read it because it is just an incomprehensible card that I'm not going to attempt to pronounce. We also have the TGs in here, which is interesting in their own right, but again, they're really weak. They're only really good in constructed play, especially when you consider that Zach has what is essentially full power 6 Sams. This deck that is TG Stun doesn't really have legs to stand on. Sure, Rhino and Striker are at rare, and you only really need to pull 2 of each, but what is that really accomplishing that 6 Sams isn't already? We have a couple of interesting cards like Full House, which is a decent like back row hate card. And then we get some psychic stuff in here, which is a decent strategy if you pull well enough. That's all I'm going to say. In the Ultras, we have a lot of cards that we really don't want to pull. So the TG cards aren't really all that playable. The only one that we might want is Wonder Magician, and that's because it's playable both now, but also later when we get to Halqifibrax. I don't actually even remember if we're going to open this out with Halqifibrax, but that's when this card really takes off. The only Ultra that we might want is Junk Berserker if we want to run back the Quick Draw decks, but I doubt we're going to do that. In the commons, so here's the 6 Samurai that Zach gets, and this is a really good one. Elder of the 6 Samurai. It is a Cyber Dragon, it's a Cyber Dragon, and because it's a Cyber Dragon, you can special this, normal the level 2 tuner, and then just make Shien. So Zach is going to be vying for a full playset of this, and there's nothing we can do about it. We get some other interesting cards in here, like Serene Psychic Witch, and some other cards, but the only real thing that we want to look at is like we get W Nebula Meteorite, which is a good card for the Worm archetype. However, only one Yagan kind of makes that not great. TGEM1 is kind of like the reason to play the TGs. It's basically creature swap, but on a trap card, and then when your TG dies, you get to add another TG. Then we also have Nanishi, which is a great card for the Karakuri deck, but we need to have a payoff other than what we already have. So that is it. Let's go ahead and get on into our packs.
I mean, it doesn't get easier than that. Besides game 2, that was, yeah. But I mean, we got a Snatch Steal, and how I see it is we have 3 options. We could take Ab-Zero, we could take another Upstart, so we have 3, or we could take Solemn. Now, Upstart increases consistency in every single deck, but Solemn doesn't get banned until like the end or the middle of Dragon Ruler. So I'm gonna be taking a Solemn. How do I do this again? It's Tools, Import, Single Card, Solemn, Judgment, Metal Raiders. Yeah, that's the one because it's worth the most. There we go. Now, we have Hidden Arsenal 4 and Extreme Victory. These sets are kind of, they're, okay, flippity-doo. We got General Ryo and a bunch of fabled garbage. Landois and a bunch of stuff. Aeolo's actually going to be good for level 1 shenanigans. Another Dragoonity. Dragoonity is like fine, but not the best. Flamvell. Unicorn's actually kind of nice. Ganesha. Then we got another Ryo. Another Ryo. Unicorn. Naturia Oak. Dirac Meteor. Genex Ally Retriever. Dragoonity. Another Ryo. I'm on. Or we want a Trishula, but we've gotten playsets of. Okay, there's this Trish. I was about to say, we've gotten playsets of like 4 things, and we haven't seen a single Trish, but there's the Trish. Now we don't care. Well, I guess we kind of want multiple copies. There's another one. Okay, that's the last one, I believe. Yeah, now we're on to Extreme Victory. So, a little recap. Nothing super fancy out of this. We got the Jurax, which I honestly really like. Only 2 Birdman, which kind of sucks, but it's fine. Double Trish is nice. Unicorn is nice. Landois is bad. Yeah. Flip. Junk Servant is pretty good. This is not a good Glad Beast. It lets you add 1, but that's about it. I just, even in a toolbox sort of version of the deck, I don't think it's worth. Mara, the Nordic Alfar, and a Rush Rhino. We do want the TGs. I have a feeling he's going to be playing TG stuff. Dodger Dragon. Junk Servant, 6-style duel, blah, blah, blah. Full House. I love this card. I really... oh, no, it was Straight Flush. That was the one that I loved. It's not good, but it's funny. Soundproof. And a Scrap Kong. Another Mara, the Nordic Alfar. Unknown Synchron is pretty decent. TG Halberd Cannon. I'll take that. Next up, we got nothing. Lifestream Dragon. This is like the other synchro, or whatever guy. So it's a tuner and power tool. When this card is synchro summoned, you can make your life points become 4K. You take no effect damage. If this face-up card on the field would be destroyed, you can banish one equipped spell card from your graveyard instead. It's not bad on a 2900 for a Synchro 8. That's pretty good. It does require that, but I mean, we got Elder there, which is nice. Is that our first Elder? Time for me to check. Okay, so we got 2 Warwolf already. We don't care about the Dragoonides. That's our first Elder. Yeah, that's kind of rough. I think this one's okay. Yeah, it's like a bounce. Yeah, it's pretty decent. We also have an Anishi here. 1 Rush Rhino. We kind of want to second Rush Rhino. Yeah. So we just really want second Rush Rhino. There's an Elder. It's kind of nice. Substitute. TG Dragonfly. Come on, Elder. Not an Elder. Okay. We did get another Dual Slash, which is pretty nice. Psychic Field Zone. Some more Garbaggio. Rush Rhino. Playset of Elder, that's good. Playset of Junk Servant. I think we need 1 more Rush Rhino to be good. Now we got the Elder playset. Couple more here. Reborn Tengu. Doesn't do much without any other copies, and I don't think we have a set that reprints it outside of like structures, so... Alright, well, we're adding this to the collection because I don't care. This set's like mediocre at best. We got 2 Warwolf, would rather have 3. We got a playset of Elder, which is nice. Did get 2 of the dual wield. Then we got a bunch of the TG stuff that becomes better later on. And a playset of Junk Servant, which is kind of nice. We have 2 Rush Rhino. Would rather it be 3, but that's fine. And then we got Lifestream Dragon and a Halberd Cannon. I don't think we're going to be able to do anything with the Nordics because we did swap I think it was a Loki or an Odin. I can't remember. One of the two for our second Shien. So yeah, I will get to deck building and I'll see you guys in the deck profile.
Yep. All right, so we're going to be opening up 24 packs of Hidden Arsenal 4. Let's just get straight into it. Technically, I could have done the 30 packs as well, but we'll do it one at a time. Well, there's an exterior. I mean, that's all we can really hope for. We're really looking for Birdmans here. Flamvels is completely off the table for us. We don't have any dogs. There's a single Birdman. I'm also kind of looking at Dragoondies. Although we missed Vajrayana, Dragundi is a powerful deck, and there's a Partisan for it if we want to play that. Plinth, I don't think is good. Actually, it's not bad. So maybe we'll want more of that. There's another Birdman that's pretty good. Another Meteor sucks. Yep. That's about what I expected. There's a Javelin. I don't think that's playable, but it might be. There's a Trident. That's a decent one, I think. There's also a Miltum. I don't know. That's a weird name. Anyways. There's another Milton. There's a Cerberel. There's another Partisan. There's, I think, our third guy. There's a fucking Trishula. There's another Milton. Okay, I think we want Corsescas now and some of the other Dragoondy cards. Or Dragoondy Synchros. I think there's one other one. There's another Partisan. Alright, last couple packs here. Can we get anything else? There's our third Trident. That's kind of unfortunate. There's our, I think, our first Corsesca. Only a couple more packs. And we got a second Trishula. That's kind of unfortunate. Yeah, we got 3 Trident. We didn't get anything else. We got, let's see, yep, only one Corsesca kind of blows. Plinth, Partisan, this guy, Militum. We got 3 Birdmen at least, so that's good. I mean, we're going to add to the collection. We don't really have a choice. And then we will go back to the pack select screen and get our 30 packs of... Where is it? There it is. 30 packs of Extreme Victories. Where is it? There it was. Yep, 30 packs of Extreme Victories. Flip them up. Well, there's an Anishi. We did want that. There's a Lifestream Dragon. I mean, it's literally useless. We cannot make this because we do not have Power Tool. That sucks so much. It's actually unbelievable. Well, there's a Striker. I mean, there's our first like TG card. If we want to place TGs, we're gonna need to see at least 2 of this and 2 Rush Rhino. Oh, there's a second Striker and there's a Werewolf. I mean, it's starting towards the right direction, but I'm not hopeful. Jet Falcon's really not that playable as much as you want it to be. There's another Werewolf that's decent. Reciprocal Dragonfly is unplayable unless you pull Cyber Magician. Third the way through, there's a Rush Rhino. What's this card? Bad. That's what that is. I think that's our third Nanishi, so not terrible. Nothing there. Not looking amazing for us. Well, there's, I guess, a Cyber Magician. Yeah, we've only seen 1 Rhino. So we really need to see more of that if we want to play that deck. But I'm kind of looking for anything else. Third Striker? I mean, sure, I guess. You usually only play 1 or 2. Another Dragonfly sucks because we don't have anything to make it with. Dodger Dragon. God, this is the worst super rare we could have pulled. Unknown Synchron is actually a decent card. There's a Debunk. I guess that's a good super rare, but there's literally no point to playing it. Well, I guess we have a playset of Rhino now, but we don't have any of the good TG cards to go into. Not that we're locked into TGs with the TGs, but, like, they're just not that good. All right, last pack. Yeah, we didn't get... We really didn't get anything. I mean, we don't have any reroll tickets, but let's see. 1 Magician, 3 Striker, 3 Rhino, 3 Werewolf, I believe I saw. We only got 2 EM1, which is kind of sucky, but whatever, I guess. Yeah, I mean, it's whatever. We'll go ahead and add this collection, and then we'll get into the duels.
All right, we're playing some bad stuff today. Now I know that he is probably going to be bringing a better strategy, but I don't care. If he's going to be bringing Dark Gaia garbage like last week, then I'm going to be bringing this. So in reality, I just really want to play Glads, and I got reminiscent after seeing the support in Extreme Victory. Yes, the support is terrible. Yes, it's only 2 cards, but we'll go through it here. Esadari, which we didn't pull, thank goodness, because it's terrible. It requires 2 Glad Beast monsters for material, and then its only effect is that it must be special summoned from the extra deck by shuffling the above cards you control into the deck. And then it's just a 2500 lad that does abso-freaking-lutely nothing. You can negate it with Imperm, funnily enough. Is that good? Heck no. After that, we've got Tigerius, which can only or cannot be used as fusion material. I don't know why it says fusion material monster. It throws me off every single time I read it. But then its only effect is when special summoned by a Glad monster. You can discard a Glad Beast to add a Glad Beast card to add a Glad Beast monster from deck to your hand. That's terrible. That's awful. We already have a better version of that. Also, that's the only effect. It cannot shuffle itself back after battle. It just sits there, and you cannot use it. I don't know why it's here. Like, the only thing we can use it with is Test Tiger to shuffle it back forcefully. But I don't think that's worth it. I'd rather just play Sam Knight, which is the exact same thing, doesn't require a discard, and can add any Gladiator Beast card from deck to hand. Anyways, card by card. Stratos searches exactly Prisma. Prisma, activate effect. Reveal a fusion monster to dump one of the named cards. So, for example, we can reveal Heraclinos, which specifically lists Laquari. Dump a Laquari. We can reveal Geyserus, which specifically states Bestiari, and then dump a Bestiari. And then this card's name becomes whatever we dump, so it can either become Laquari or Bestiari. We could also play that weird lizard guy that sucks and does equip things, but that's bad, and I don't want to do that. But yeah, the main thing about this is that Prisma can do that, and then we can special summon Test Tiger, because Prisma's name now becomes that card. And then we can shuffle it back to go into whatever our Glads do, and that's it's just an easy way to get stuff into rotation and get the ball rolling. It also sets up a turn 1 play in dumping Bestiari, and then special summoning Darius plus Darius effect special summon the Bestiari, and then go into Geyserus effect pop 2. Speaking of Darius, on special by the effect of a Glad Beast monster, special summons a Gladiator Beast from grave. Does target, so it can be DD Crowed Sad Face. After that, we've got a quest. On special by a Glad Beast monster, target a Glad Beast card in your graveyard, add it to your hand. Does target Sad Face. So can add back stuff in grave, as well as monsters in grave, as well as War Chariot, which is fun. After that, we have Double Laquari on special. Attack becomes 2100. It's starting to show its age, but I still wish we had 3. After that, we've got Bestiari. Wish it was at 3. On special, mandatory pop a spell trap on the field. And then after that, we've got Mermello. Super teeny tiny guy, but I still like him. He's a fish guy. He's kind of funny. On special by a monster, target a face-up monster, destroy that card. Mandatory, so if it's the only thing on board, it's popping itself. After that, we got Sam Knight. Sam Knight, on special, adds a Glad Beast card from deck to hand, so it can add the War Chariot. Yay! And then we got Retiari. On special, target a card in the opponent's graveyard, and then DD Crow it. It just banish. It dual banish. It's kind of small. It's not very good, but it's here. He's here. We respect him. And then we got double Test Tiger. I keep saying Test Panther because that's the link to, but Test Tiger. This card's not very good. It's only good in this deck or until the link comes out, which is Test Panther. The other link is terrible. If you control a face-up Glad Beast monster, you can special summon this card so that can trigger, or we can do that if we have Prisma. And then you contribute this card, target one face-up Glad Beast monster, which can be the Prisma because its name is now a Gladiator Beast. Shuffle it into the deck, then special summon one Gladiator Beast from your deck, and treat it as if it was special summoned by the effect of a Gladiator Beast monster. So that's why this plus this equals Geyserus. After that, we got Triple Effect Veiler. I saw it more when it was at 1. And then we have Gub. Gub's good. I like Gub. After that, we got Proving Ground. This is a good card. It's just a Rhoda. Oh, but not a Gladiator Beast card, so can't search it. Sad. Can't add it back. Sad. Double MST. That's our only back removal. That's all we need because we have protection in My Body. Pay 15, negate and destroy something that would destroy a monster on the field. After that, we got Lance. Lance, good card. Not only can it protect against destruction by spell traps, but it can protect against stuff like Compulse. And the Compulse that puts on top of the deck that I can't remember, Wing Blast. No, that's not it. Whatever it was, I don't remember. And then we got Chalice, our fourth copy of Effect Veiler. After that, we've got just smashing to get rid of stuff so that we can, hit face. And then we got Pot of Avarice. Pot of Avarice, shuffle back the Effect Veilers, Gub, which can only be used once per duel, unfortunately, as well as the Test Tigers. And maybe shuffle back the Stratos. I don't care. But yeah, it can help us to keep our grind game going, and it's a good card, so I'm going to keep it in here. After that, we got War Chariot, Monster Negate and Destroy, on a counter. Pretty solid. Searchable, by the way. Then we got Mirror Force. This is Immortal's favorite card, and my favorite card because I always flip it against him because he never respects it. Speaking of never respect, he never respects the Torrential. Then we got Double Trap Stun, being able to negate all traps on the field. I don't know if this can negate the clause that sends the vanities. I'd have to ask a judge. I actually will ask a judge because that would be a fun interaction. After that, we've got Call of the Haunted. It's at 1. I'm going to play it at 1. Special back, Test Tiger, Shuffle, other things. Solid. It's a good card. Then we got Double Bottomless. I wish it was at 3, but it's at 2. Sad face. Vanity's Emptiness. Hate this card. Konami, why? And then in the side, we've got Triple Crow. It's starting to not be super good because everything is just he's playing. He knows I'm going to be playing DD Crow, so he's just kind of respecting it. But anyways, and then we got Trunade. It's our only mass back row removal because we never had access to Duster, and Duster's banned, and now Heavy is banned. So I'm expecting out of him a lot more back row heavy decks, and this is a sort of back row heavy deck. It is a control style deck, and this can just help deal with that stuff. My Body if we need it, and then Vortex, which if he's playing a super aggro deck, but I don't expect that. He's a very control heavy player. He likes his control decks unless he's playing exactly Fluffle. Then we have Double Trap Jammer if he's playing PP bad stuff like exactly Saku. But if he's not playing Saku, it's going to stay in the side, my guy. And then we got Double Royal Decree. He's not going to be activating traps. It's only my job. Then Trap Stun. Yeah, this is more likely going to be going in than not. Because he likes his trap decks. But I still just want to make sure that we have options going first or second. Whatever, the first game. Then Triple Compulse. If he is playing a control deck, we are bringing this in instead of the Vanities. Because Vanities can hurt us sometimes more than him. I was considering Starlight Road because we have a million copies of Stardust, but like with the ban of stuff like Heavy, I don't think he's going to be playing Dark Hole, or if he does, he just has it. So we don't have a lot of mass removal outside of exactly Mirror Force and Torrential, so I don't think it's worth it. Plus, we can already protect against stuff like that. Not our back row, but we can protect our monsters, which is the main thing that we care about with My Body and Lance. So I just don't think that it's a good enough inclusion until we get more things that pop multiple things. In the extra, we have Nat Beast, which we can make with Gub plus Darius exactly, nothing else. And then we got Catastor. Normal Summon Veiler is a classic, and it's Gub and Veiler, our only tuners. So Catastor, and then we got Iron Chain. We're not going to be making this. There's like no way we can make this, but it's fine. Brio, and then Black Rose, because it's a good card. Also, like, very little ways that we can make Black Rose. We need 3 cards for that. Same with Power Tool, but if he's playing a burn deck, kind of like what... I don't remember if he was playing a burn deck. Maybe it was a burn deck. I don't know. But Lifestream. Oh, yes, it was burn. Lifestream can turn off all of that burn stuff. But we need to, like, have a Samnite on field or one of these 3 on field. Then have something to special, like Test Panther, or have a call to special to Test Panther. And then normal summon Veiler. Or no, normal summon Gub, exactly. Go into Power Tool, and then gub back to go into Lifestream, which Lifestream reads you can make your life points become 4,000. So if we're low, then we can do that. You take no effect damage. That's just it. Just yeah. And then if this face-up card on the field would be destroyed, you can banish an equip from the graveyard instead. That's never going to happen, but it's a 2,900 beat stick that just says you cannot, which is pretty dang good. I was considering playing that stupid lizard guy that adds equips, but I don't want to do that because that's bad. And plus, all the equips add themselves back anyways. This needs to banish from exactly graveyard. After that, we got Scrap Dragon. It's a good card. Stardust, Double Stardust. Not going to be making this, but hey, it's here. After that, we got Urbellum, and then Gotham's, and then Mistworm, and then we got Geyserus. Geyserus, good card. And then Heraclinos. It's just a non-once per turn spell trap negate. So this is why I am not worried about spell trap cards. It's a lot easier to access than Nat Beast, and is just better. Anyways, I will see you guys in the duels.
And here's the deck. So I'm gonna be completely honest, I'm not sure about this, but we're gonna try it. So this is TG Stun. We pulled pretty much the whole TG core except for the extra deck, so we're gonna try playing a stun variant of that. So the main point is TG Rush Rhino, Striker, and Warwolf all have effects to, in the end phase, if it was destroyed and sent to the graveyard, or if it's in the graveyard because it was destroyed on the field and sent there this turn, you can add a TG monster except themselves. So you can go Rush Rhino into Warwolf, into Striker, into Rush Rhino, and it just creates this endless conga line of assholes that you can just kind of overwhelm your opponent with advantage. We combine that with some other good cards like Cyber Dragon, Thunder King, Ryo, and an insane card in Horde of the Phantom Beast, and then we get a pretty powerful, kind of just generic snowbally advantage deck where we can eventually just run over Zach. So let's go ahead and get into the card by card. So we've got one Gale the Whirlwind. This is still in here because this is a really powerful tuner, and it is a way to get over big monsters like Stardust. So this is in here, and when we combine it with something like a Cyber Dragon, we can make our Infernity Doom Dragon, which this hasn't come up yet, but it could eventually, so we're going to keep playing it. We've got our triple Cyber Dragon. I felt like this is just one of the better cards that we can take advantage of in this list. We got one Glow Up Bulb. This compares really nicely with our Earth attributes. Because we can use this and a Rush Rhino to go into something like a Naturia Beast, which, as we saw in the last episode, can be pretty powerful. We've got one Sangan. This searches a lot of cards, namely Gale, Gub, Warwolf, Striker. It just gets a lot of our engine online. And then we've got RTGs. We got triple Rush Rhino, triple Striker, and triple Warwolf. If you guys have never read these before, Rush Rhino, they all have that effect I mentioned before, but Rush Rhino, when it attacks, it gains 400 during the damage step only. So that means that this guy is a 2k beater. Striker is if your opponent controls a monster and you don't, it lets you special itself out for free, so it's just a Cyber Dragon. And then it is also a tuner, importantly enough, and this is also a 2 Earth, so you can use this plus Rush Rhino to go into something like a Barkion. And then Warwolf, if a level 4 or lower monster is special summoned, except during the damage step, you can special this card from your hand. So you can do some really interesting things like Gub to mill a card and special it back, then we can special the Warwolf, and you can use that to make something like an Armory Arm, or you can just get that as a free body on field to then, go off from there. We've got one T-King Ryo. I'm not sold on this. Honestly, I could cut this. This is just one of those cards that does do a lot. I wish we had more. It would feel better if we had more, but we only have the one. One Book of Moon, one Dark Hole, speaking of which, we actually have to take that out. I didn't even notice that was in there. One Dark Hole, one Reborn, double Dust Torn, or Mystical Space Typhoon, one Avarice, one Rhoda. This only searches for one thing, and that is our TG Striker, so it's kind of whatever, but it could be worse. One Blackhorn, double Bottomless, one Call the Haunted, a triple Horn of the Phantom Beast. If you guys have never read this card before, you equip only to a Beast or Beast Warrior monster, it gains 800, and then if you run over a card by battle and send it to the graveyard, you draw a card. So that's really good with things like Rush Rhino and Warwolf being Beast Warriors and Beasts respectively. This gets up to 24, and then if you're not under skill drain, it goes up to 28, and this guy becomes a 2k beater as well that just draws you a card. We got Mirror Force, Sakuretsu Armor, skill drain at 3. This feels a little strange to see at 3 at this point in Yu-Gi-Oh's history, but this is pretty good because literally everything we have doesn't have an activated effect on field. Sure, Thunder King Ryo has the like Droll and Lockbirds type of effect while it's on field, but that's basically the only one, and it also has the warning effect, but that's not too much. We got Judgment, we got double TG1 EM1. This is a creature swap, but only for TGs, but the nice thing is you get to target the monster that you want. So let's say we do something like set a Werewolf, or I guess we have to normal a Werewolf, and then we get to EM1 to switch control of it with something that Zach has, maybe a Stardust or something like that. And then we've got the one Torrential. In the side deck, we have triple Caius, double Electric Virus, double Cyclone, one Trunade, double Blackhorn, double Dust Tornado, and one Starlight Road. I'm guessing we're just going to go ahead and pump the Dust Tornadoes up to 3. That's about the only other good thing we can play. And then the X deck, we've got Allergist Cataster, Decisive Armor, and Field Marshal. These might be weird includes, but these are just the only generic synchros that really play well with this deck. Armor Yarn, Black Rose, Brio, Infinity Doom Dragon, Double Iron Chain, Magical Android, Naturia Barkion, Naturia Beast, Stardust Dragon, Trishula, and Urbellum. And now that I'm thinking about it, I am actually going to include one final card in here, and that is a Sea Dragon Lord Gishnilnadon over this Iron Chain. I would think this can come up a little bit more often since we can make 5s pretty easily. Well, that is all from us, guys. Let's hope that we can crawl back after that depressing loss to 6 AMs in the last episode, but I will see y'all in the games. Well, Zach, we're here. Not excited for this episode, but
I don't know.
It can't be any worse than last episode. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, it definitely can be. I can 2-0 you.
You could indeed 2-0 me. I'm still surprised I got exact lethal that one game, but those are some games of all time. But what was the set? Was it Extreme Victories? Where like,
yeah.
Is this the last set before Xyz? I think it is, right?
I'm pretty sure it's the last set before Xyz.
We're about to enter a new era. We're about to get fresh 3 on our reroll tickets. Might have some rule changes before we get into Xyz era, but yeah, I mean, it's kind of exciting. We've done 34 episodes. This is well beyond the longest running series on my channel. It's been kind of exciting. Can you what is that? We're over half a year actually. Now that I think of it, we've been doing this for over half a year. That's crazy.
Honestly, it's been fun.
It has been. Well, there's been a lot of things that have happened since we started the series. Like, you've moved states. You're very close to getting married. You're starting new jobs. All that kind of stuff. So.
Oh, and trust me, I'm gonna move before we finish this series at least a half dozen times.
Oh my gosh, I can believe
military.
Yeah, no, I know how it is. All right, well, let's get into the die roll. Hey,
oh gosh, I can't win anything.
We'll take it. We still draw for turn, so I will go first.
Yes.
Alrighty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and draw phase, draw for turn for 6. Standby, main phase. Wow. Okay, well, you know what? Heavy Storm doesn't exist, so we'll just set 1, set 2, set 3, set 4, and this is going to show you what I'm up to. We're going to normal summon TG Rush Rhino. I
see.
Go ahead and pass a turn.
I'll draw. Standby main.
Yep, you're good.
You know what? I'll normal summon a Stratos and activate the effect.
I will chain skill drain, pay 1,000.
Oh, okay. I'll chain MST, right. Target the skill drain.
Okay. That's annoying, but sure.
I don't know. I think it's pretty good for me.
I mean, it's good for you. It's just annoying in general, though.
That's fair.
All right, so I was right. You're on a hero brew. That is not what I thought you'd be on, though. That's
I'll
scary.
go to battle. Swing in right into your Saku.
Um, you know what? That's fine. I'll take 200.
All right. I'll go main 2, set 1, a 2, and that's it.
End phase, I'll get my Rush Rhino effect.
Oh yeah, it has that effect.
It does indeed have that effect. I will
Yes.
pick up. I have to pick up something other than Rush Rhino, unfortunately. I'll pick up this TG Striker to hand,
Yeah.
and I'll start my turn. That's actually not terrible. I don't love it, but it's not terrible.
In the draw phase, knowing you have Striker, I'm gonna activate Vanities.
Ooh. I'll chain MST targeting this other back row.
Okay.
So that goes,
So
and
both will
Vanities
go to
dies.
grave.
I like that trade. That was a good trade for me. Standby main phase. Gosh. Yeah, let's do this. We'll special summon the striker.
Yeah, seems correct.
I will normal summon this Sangan.
That's really annoying, actually.
I could go for a synchro play, but the problem is if I do that, I don't get the striker effect in end phase. So what we're going to do here is we're going to activate a card that I've never been able to activate before, TG1 EM1. I'll target my striker and your Stratos to switch control of them.
Okay.
I will go to battle. I'll hit for 200 into the striker, and then
Yep, so this is 2k
direct.
overall.
Yep. Second main.
Is it till end of turn or forever?
It's forever.
Oh, it's forever.
We'll go end phase. I'll get my striker effect.
That's a really, really bad creature swap.
Yeah, it's a very bad creature swap, but it is in fact a creature swap, which is all that matters.
Honestly, why not just play creature swap?
Because creature swap doesn't let you choose. EM1 lets you choose what monsters you're taking.
I see.
I'll just grab another Rush Rhino to hand and go ahead.
Okay, I'll draw.
I know you have a Prisma in hand.
Standby main.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I'll show you what I'm on.
I figured.
I'll normal summon the Sam Knight.
Yep, I figured you were on this.
Yeah, I'll go battle. I'll attack into the Sangan.
No, you will not.
Okay, that goes to grave. Main 2, set pass.
Sure, draw. Standby main. This seems pretty good. I'll normal summon Thunder King Ryo.
Ah.
Anything here?
No, nothing here.
Alright, battle phase. I'll hit with Sangan,
Yep.
hit with Stratos,
Yes.
and I'll finally hit with the Ryo. Puts you pretty low. Second main, I will set a humble card and I'll pass.
Okay. Yeah, that's unfortunate.
I did not have you pegged on Gladbeast, I'll tell you that much. I thought you'd be on either just pure hero or I thought you'd bring back counter fairies, but interesting. Very interesting. Alright.
Oh wait, I draw for turn.
Yes, you do. You do in fact draw for turn.
Set. Set.
Sure. Draw. Standby, anything?
I wish.
Main phase. Well, let's start by special summoning this Cyber Dragon.
I dislike you greatly.
I think you're gonna dislike it more when I normal summon this Werewolf.
Uh-huh.
I'll try for battle. I'll try and hit over the Darius.
Unfortunately, that is fine, so I take 4.
Yeah, and then try for 1200 direct with Warwolf whenever DB wants to catch up. There we go. Second main phase, we'll just go ahead and set a couple of cards and pass it up.
I'll draw.
Yep.
Standby main.
Yep.
I'm feeling really good about my position right now.
I'm sure you are. I'm sure you are. Standby main.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What can we do? I mean, we're kind of just big chillin', right? Yeah, let's go to battle, and we'll try it for 12.
Yep, I'm going to take all of it. It's 41 total.
Yep. Is it 41? Oh, yeah, it is.
Yeah.
You're right.
Oh, no, it's not.
No,
I'm
it's
stupid.
not. Yeah, it's 32. Yeah, 3,200. So you'll gain back 9.
Yeah, I'm just going to...
Second main phase. Yeah, I mean,
Oh, no, it's 33.
We're just big chillin'.
Why can't I type correctly? There we go.
33,
Okay,
yeah,
things are
you're
good.
right.
Standby main.
Yep.
I will normal Sam Knight.
Normal Sam Knight is fine.
I'll go battle.
Yep.
I will attack into the Warwolf.
Anything on attack declaration.
I have nothing on attack deck, no.
I'll EM1 target the Warwolf and Sam Knight to switch places.
I'll chain Royal Decree.
Ooh. So this is still on attack declaration, right?
This is still on attack deck.
Mirror Force. Oh my god, dude! Could you stop?
Gotta be working on something.
All right, sure. Okay, so let's resolve this back. So, pay 15 for my body. Mirror Force gets negated. Royal Decree resolves, preventing EM1. This is all an attack declaration. Monsters have not changed. Attack goes through. I take 400.
Yes.
All right.
I'll proceed to the end of battle and trigger Sam Knight.
Sure.
Top deck. Question is, what do I want to get? Unfortunately, I think the only play I have is exactly Murmello, and then pop the Sidra.
Sure, that's fine.
Main 2... I'll pass, and you can get your TGBS.
Yep, I will grab up this Rush Rhino to hand.
Yeah.
Draw for turn. Standby main phase.
Yeah.
Sure. We'll activate reinforcements of the army.
Uh-huh.
We will grab Striker to hand.
Okay.
I will special summon Striker.
Okay.
I'll normal summon Rush Rhino.
Okay.
Bop.
Okay.
Anything here?
What? No?
Yeah?
Traps were already negated.
Yeah, but this is... Oh, yeah, you're right. I guess there's not really anything better for me to go into, though, is the problem.
I mean, he's big, I guess.
He is big. But it's like, what spells could you have that I'm really afraid of?
Everything.
Book of Moon. Book of Moon's at 1. My body doesn't stop me from running over your guys by battle. You can't threatening roar me. It would have to be like Shrink or Rush Recklessly.
I don't have Shrink.
You don't have either, yeah, so I'm not sure what it could be.
I have Rush Recklessly. I have, I think, 2 Rush Recklesslies.
Yeah, but that doesn't save you here, unfortunately, from your Murmelio dying. Yeah, let's run for it. I'll Reborn target Hydra. Actually, no, I'll target Rush Rhino.
Sure. And that's game.
It is, yes.
I hate my life.
What were the back row? Oh my gosh.
MST, War Chariot.
Oh, yeah, that's fair. I just want to be fair. I wanted to summon Barkion because I wanted to see it. I wanted you to know how it feels. Not that it mattered, but
Oh no, it didn't matter. I bricked on Avarice Prisma. Like I couldn't do anything with either of these. I had both them in my starting hand.
and that's the Glad Beast experience. Nah,
Honestly, it's not. Like this was just a really, really bad showing of this very consistent deck.
yeah. So let's talk about it. So, all right, you got double Test Tiger. You got Prisma. There's your Judgment. So that was your Snatch deal. I figured it was either Judgment or Judgment or Ab Zero. So yeah, that's pretty much what I figured. So yeah, all the trap stun stuff coming in, that was correct. I just drew a hand of all monsters and spells. So you're on Glad Beast. I mean, this is Glad Beast. This is like the big air quotes here better iteration of Glad Beast, because this is when we have hero.
Pure is better, but
Yeah.
with Bestiari at 1, this is the only one that's playable.
Yep. So it's Stratos for Prisma, Prisma dump Bestiari, and then with Test Tiger you can make Geyserus turn one. I played a new deck, which we got this episode, which was TGs. I surprisingly got 3 apiece of all the TG stuff. I also got one Cyber Magician. I didn't get to. It's not worth playing because I did not pull a single high rarity TG card. The only TG synchro I pulled was Reciprio Dragonfly, which you can't freaking make.
Yeah,
So
my
good.
TG pulls were 2 Rhino, 2 Warwolf,
Oh, no
and
striker.
that's it.
Yeah,
No striker.
that's unfortunate. One of the cards that we didn't get to see that really just does kind of round this deck out really well is Horn of the Phantom Beast, which I didn't actually
Mhm.
know this card was good, but this card is crazy. I mean, you equip it to Rush Rhino, and it is a 2800 beater that draws you a card every time you kill something. That's pretty strong. And then, yeah, I just backed it up with all the trap cards you can imagine. Skill Drain, which is at 3. Bottomless, which is at 2. Sakuretsu Armor, which is at 3, but I only have 2. Um, yeah, and then EM1 is actually. I always thought this card wasn't that necessary. But the more I play with it, I'm like, this is such a cool card. It's
Yeah.
creature swap, or it's a what is it? Yeah, it's creature swap whenever you want it, and your
Mhm.
TGs have floating effects in the grave. So it's basically like creature swapping a giant rat every single turn. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I just unfortunately didn't really have like you had exactly what you needed in both games to just out my board because I had Prisma in hand and I had a set call and then you normaled Ryo and I was like, great, now what?
Yeah.
And then with the Sidra special, like with a hand that was Prisma, a bunch of spell traps, Darius, and then drawing for turn freaking I think it was I don't know, something else. Maybe a quest or something. Oh no, it was Sam Knight. It's just like having not a lot that I can do. And needing to go for Mermello because I had a cool line where I could have tagged out for Retiari and then banish your TG Engrave, stop the endless conga line, and then I'm chilling from there.
Yeah. I mean, I I've loved playing around with Sidra at 3. It's just such a powerful card. Um, and yeah, I was just like, I don't actually know what you do. Like, I think the only way you have to out a Sidra, other than your back row, is exactly Test Tiger into a fusion. I think that's the only
Yeah,
way
I
you
needed
have to really out
exactly
it.
Test Tiger, and I didn't find Test Tiger at all.
Yeah.
I also could have like lanced it to get over it, but I didn't find
Yeah.
Lance. I took out my or no, I didn't find smashing either game, which would have won me both games.
Probably. Yeah.
But I don't know.
Yeah. That's Yu-Gi-Oh sometimes, but I don't know. I think things are gonna shake up a lot when we get to XE's format. There's a lot of decks that we have that like I've wanted to play. I think you've wanted to play, but they're just really not enabled until we get the payoff that is XE's. So
Yeah.
we'll
I
look
am looking
to that
forward to
next
getting the
season.
30 packs of that.
Yeah, that's the thing that I'm a little scared of. Is now you get 30 packs of a good set. Well, it's a
And with my
decent
luck,
yeah, with your luck, dude. I don't know what the difference is between our luck, but yeah, the YGO Pro
the
deck
difference is you can
packs
win
him.
die rolls, and I can open up a million ultis.
Yeah, that's very true. But the YGO pack simulator just does not like me. But what may like me here is the wheel for today's episode. All right, we got the wheel. I know what I want. I'm probably not going to get lucky enough to get it, but I know what I want. So let's go
I
ahead
hope you
and
get
give
an
it.
unban.
What?
I hope you get an unban.
That'd be really funny. Let's go for 3 clicks for the number of TG names. So 1, 2, 3. Come on, come on,
Number
come
of
on, come on, come
good
on, come
TG
on.
names.
No, not that one. I needed anything but that one. No,
Super.
it's a super. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
not the one I
Oh
needed.
yeah, I forgot to mention. In Extreme Victory, I pulled two of the exact same ultra rare.
Oh, what is
Can you
that?
guess what it was?
I cannot. Is it TG?
Mara, the Nordic Alfar.
Oh yeah, the Nordics were just everywhere. They were just too common in this set. I was a no wait, TGU was a secret I think. But I'm gonna have to take a look
Um,
and figure out if there is a super I want because I what I wanted to pull was an ultra rare, but we missed it by one. So
you could pull it. You could grab a Tengu. I have one Tengu, but that's it. You could pull a Debunk. Debunk's pretty solid.
debunk is not a bad card, but honestly, we might be taking commons and rares yet again. It feels so bad to do that, but that might be the play. But we'll see what I choose in the next episode. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to leave a like, comment. Let us know what your favorite part was. And if you really enjoyed, make sure to subscribe. That's all from us. Catch y'all in the next one. Peace.